we're going to make some button polish up. As the name suggests, the shellac comes in little buttons, just like that. Now, what we've got to do first of all is to break them up, otherwise they'll take an age to dissolve. So this is what you do. You put them in a cloth like this, and then, this is what I do, I stick them in a plastic bag as well. And just get them in there, just force them in there. And I'm going to bash the living daylights out of them and turn them into little chips. So you just bear with me while I do this. It's pretty sharp stuff, so it will eventually break through that cloth. And the plastic bag. I'll just jiggle them around a little bit so that I can get the unbashed ones sorted there. The plastic bag is there to collect any shellac that comes out of the cloth. Jiggle it around again, work on the side. There we are, and now there are two ways of doing what I'm going to do next. Now inside that bag there is 250 milligrams of, 250 grams of shellac in that, and I'm going to mix it up with 1 litre of methylated spirits. Now, two ways of doing this. One is you can just put it into a container and then top it up with methylated spirits. But if you do that, you're going to get this sort of, that thick goo at the bottom. And that can be a pain in the neck. Plus, also, what you need to do with that, once it's all dissolved, you need to strain it. But we can kill two birds with one stone. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in another piece of cloth, one that doesn't have holes in. As you can see, that's been given a good pummeling. There we are. Right, now I'm going to tie a bit of string around the top of it. The advantage of this is it'll actually filter itself as it dissolves. Just tie that really nice and tight. A bit of a reef knot. Now I'm going to put it into a container. Now the best sorts of containers for shellac are these ones with the plastic lid, because it's dead easy to take the lid off. If you have a screw top lid, just as I have here, sometimes it gets a bit stuck, but as it's plastic it's not too much of a problem because you can free it. Right, so in it goes, just like that. And now what I'm going to do is top this up with 1 litre of alcohol, which is methylated spirits. You just bear with me. There we go, that's 1 litre. Now, you need to use clear alcohol. It's called denatured alcohol or industrial alcohol, and not this violet coloured stuff, because this tends to colour the shellac. You don't really want that much. Right, so I'm going to leave that now. It'll probably take about 4 days for that to completely dissolve. But here's one I prepared earlier, just to give you an idea of how it all works. Just get rid of that goo. There we are. Now, there it is. There's the bag, and it's dissolving nicely. See, like that. and eventually all that stuff in that bag will dissolve, and it'll be pre-filtered, so it'll be ready to use. Now, when you make your shellac up, you've got to bear in mind that alcohol absorbs moisture, and you don't want more moisture in your shellac solution. So here we are again, about 14 hours later. I'll show you how this has dissolved. I'm going to pick it up, not using the fingers. Now, you need to do this from time to time. You need to pick it up and squish it, rather like that. There we go. Actually, a point of safety I didn't mention last time was try and avoid glass jars, because unfortunately the lids can get stuck because of the shellac being so sticky, and you apply just a little bit too much force and the glass breaks, and then that's not so good for you. So I'd be just using plastic. There we are. And also, as far as the cloth is concerned, you need an open weave cloth. A pair of tights is good enough. A nylon's fine, but it must be lint free. Just leave it soaking until it's all gone. Now, if you're preparing any other sort of shellac, garnet, chips, flakes, whatever, you do pretty much the same as we're doing here. And all will be good.